Right, so if you're not in when we install your heating for you, we will leave you with your VPro display screen and a documentation pack. Inside the documentation pack, you will find that you have a covering letter, okay, which at the moment it doesn't have any address or anything like that. When you register with us and that we install the heating for you, we will register your details with your property address, okay. Your unique reference number, however, is this VBX number here. VBX on this one is 02381. Now yours will be specific to your actual installation in your property, so that's the number that you need to concentrate on. As you can see here, this is your payment card, and again it has this number repeated here. So this is your payment card that you can use at any Payzone store. The nearest one here at West Whitleyburn is down at the Nisa shop at the bottom of Benmore Tower. Also inside the pack you will get two guides. You've got a quick user guide and a full guide for anyone that's more interested in looking at the advanced graphs and things like that. Now for beginners we recommend the quick user guide, which is just has all the display screens for you, and this is what we're going to run through in this video, just to explain how all the basic features of the VPro system works. Okay, and this one here, as you can see, has a lot more to do with graphs and looking at your heat usage, which we will go through later on. Okay. Right, as you can see here on your VPro display screen, it is a blank screen with a bar running at the side of it. Now this bar will change once you start using your heating, and it will work almost like a traffic light system. For a low usage it will stay at this end, with which will be highlighted in green. Now the further up you go, which is the higher the usage you're using, it will go from amber to red. Now we wouldn't expect it to be red till possibly in the depth of winter if it was snowing outside. We aim for you to be sitting at either green, possibly coming into amber if you prefer to have your heating on for the majority of the time. Now we ask that you leave this plugged in at all times so that you can have access to this unit. It uses minimal amount of electricity. However, if you do unplug it, it's not going to affect your heating system. It's not going to switch your heating off or anything. This is simply an information display screen. Okay, so to start the VPro screen up, all you need to do is touch anywhere on the screen and it will bring this up for you. Okay, as you can see here, this is your main dashboard. On the left hand side you've got heat, which means that you are using the heating system, and below that you have £1.83. This shows the credit that you have on your system at the time. Now we will automatically top you up with £3 when we carry out the installation. Obviously that will go down as your usage happens over the next few days. If you decide to top up yourself at any point, this should automatically, no matter what payment form you use, whether it be online, over the phone, or using your Payzone card, will automatically come up and show the difference on this figure here within approximately 10 to 15 minutes. If it does not, then you will need to enter a VEN code, which we will cover shortly. On the right hand side you've got 9.45 pence. This is a tariff for West Whitleyburn. Now that is price per unit of heat that is used. You will see how that usage is affected when we go on further. Friendly credit is a system that VPro uses for out of hours. Our offices are based in England and they are open from Monday to Friday 9 till 5 and aren't open on bank holidays, other holidays or weekends. Therefore, as long as you have 1 pence credit when it goes into 5 o'clock on that working day, we will not cut off your heating system for you. We will allow you to rack up a minus figure until the next working day at 8 AM. Now this gives you the chance to either go to your nearest store or to then ring our offices and make the top up. However, as I say, as soon as it comes into the next working day, your system will shut down and it will not allow you to use anything until you've topped back up. You will need to also top up and clear that negative figure before your system will work again. Okay, below this it has at the moment 13 days. This is a void property, so there's not much usage on it. However, where it gets its name, the smart meter, from. This will indicate, once you start using the system, it will be able to read how you use your heating and your hot water, and will be able to predict for you how long the credit that you have in your system will last for you. So that will change daily, may even change hourly, depending on how you're using the system. It's a good indicator for when you next need to top up. However, please do not rely on it 100%, because obviously if you decide to use your hot water for a bath or anything when you don't usually, then this can cut off. But it is a good indicator for you to know when you next need to top up by. Below that, in blue, is the usage per hour. Now, at the moment, there's no heating on and we're not running the hot water, so it's sitting at 0. The main significant change you will see is when you have your heating system on, and it will change to 37 pence per hour. Hot water, again, it will change according to what you're using, whether it be for a bath, to run the taps for washing up or whatever. But you will see, and just keep an eye on it, and you'll see how things change when you are starting to use your system. Okay, and just below this you'll see there's the radiator and the tap, which just basically means that your system is set up for your heating and for your hot water. And just at the bottom here you will see that you've got the date, which flicks between the date and the time, and on the right hand side has the battery level for you. Now that is the main basic display of the unit, and for anybody that only wants to use this as an information tool, this is all you need to know. Okay. Right, now we're showing you the basics. To be able to take the unit out of the docking station to access more information, all you need to do, if you look down the side here, is to slide the unit up so it clicks up the way, and release it from the station, and there you go, there's your unit that you can carry throughout the property for yourself. Okay. Right, as you can see, there's exactly the same information as before. On the right hand side is your display screen, you've got your tap and you've got your radiator. Okay, to access the next lot of information, you press anywhere in this blue screen and it will bring up all the information that you had before, just in a different format. So you've got your account, which is £1.83, and you've got cost per unit, which is cost per hour, sorry, which is nothing at the moment because we're not using anything. Present load, again in kilowatt hours, again we're not using anything, so it's sitting at 0, and days left till we were topping up, which again before was 13. Okay, now there's 3 options. There's emergency credit, utility history and tariff. If we go into tariff, everything on your tariff that is there is located is, you've got your 9.45 pence per unit of heat that you use, and also you've got your 41.42 pence daily standing charge. Now that comes off every day between about 9 and 11 in the morning. Sometimes it may vary throughout the day, so if you've not used anything and you notice that your credit goes down, that is probably what's happened. And all we need to do is press OK from that, and it brings us back to the start again. So we press back on here. Okay, the next option that we're going to show you is emergency credit. Press on that. Okay, there is a £5 emergency credit available to yourself. However, it is only able to be activated if you have less than £1 credit on your system. Currently this obviously has £1.83, so it will not allow us to activate this as it's not available. If it was available and you did need to use the £5 emergency credit for whatever reason, all you would need to do is press enable emergency credit. If you do not press this, the emergency credit will not automatically activate. Okay, and again, if you do use it, the next time you top up you will have to clear that debt before you'll be able to use the system again. Okay, so that's us. I'll just cancel that just now, and that brings us back, and then we'll go to utility history. Okay, utility history. Cost today so far is 50 pence. Now that will be the 41 pence standing charge, and if there's any tax are being run or anything, that will cover that probably. Okay, cost yesterday 96 pence, and the cost in the last 7 days is 96 pence there. Cost for the month, again, this is not so accurate at the moment because of the commissioning process. Once you start using the system for a few days, you'll notice that it will settle down. So if the figures don't look correct to begin with, don't worry a huge amount. However, if you've used the system for about a week and you're still not sure about the the figures, then please give us a call. Okay, right then. What you've got is you've got usage history and you've got vend history. What we're going to do is we're going to go to usage history first, and what you've got the consumption comparison in kilowatt hours, and if you click on that you can have it in pounds instead. So kilowatt hours or pounds. Most people want to look in pounds because that's what you want to know, is what you're saving and what you're using. Now as you can see, you've got 48 hours, 7 days, 4 weeks and 12 months. Now we'll just look at the 48 hours and I'll click on there, and you can see today you've got your 41p standing charge which has come off, and the taps have been run for a short period of time yesterday and today for a couple of bits. Okay, so we'll go back to history, and we'll go back to that screen again. Okay, if you ever need to go back for whatever reason, there's a blue arrow in the bottom left hand corner, and that will take you back to the previous screen that you were on. Again, you can press any of these graphs, you can have a look at them, play about with it. By all means, try and see what you can do. The best thing about this unit is that you cannot break it by pressing buttons. So if for any reason, if you get lost or you can't find your way back, it will just, as it just did there, it will reset back to the home screen. Okay, so I'm just going to go back in there, go to utility history, and go back to vend history. Now this shows you how many times you've topped up. These codes here on the right hand side are your vend codes. Now the first 3 that go on, these are for your commissioning process, so you can ignore them. But every time you top up, whether it be down at your local pay zone store, online or over the phone with our office, then you'll get a code sent to the unit which will do the automatic top up for you, and you'll be able to list it here. And to just scroll through them, you just press the arrow here and it'll bring the information up on the right hand side for you. Okay, so you can keep track and make sure. And this is another way that you can check if you've topped up and you don't think it's gone onto your system, you can check and see if it's registered here. Okay, right, I'm just going to go back to home. See on the bottom right corner there was the home screen. Okay, and this brings us back here. Now the only other thing that we need to show you is if for whatever reason, if you take your card down to the local pay zone and it doesn't top up, you will be given, I will show you this, you will be given a receipt, and on the receipt there is a power code here, and it's shown on your letter that you're given. It shows you what you need to do, gives you all the information, and it tells you what stages you need to take. And we're just going to show you this quickly, so if ever you need to enter it manually. Okay, this sometimes happens due to phone signals or for anything like that. So what you do, bottom right hand corner here, press on that, then we go to vend codes, enter vend code, and enter in it for heat. And what you would do is you would type in that number and then you would press OK, and it will then automatically update for you. If when you first have your system set up it says incorrect code or incorrect tariff, anything like that, it just means that we need to reset something on the unit. So if you can either give Carol, the tenant liaison officer, a call, or you can phone our offices which are listed on the documentation pack for you, we can do that for you. No problem, we can get it reset. So we'll go back to the home screen, and that's everything for you. So to put it back on the docking station, just bring it back on here, put it back upside down, put it back on there, and click it back in place, and that's it. As I say, you can play around with it as much as you want, get used to it. By all means, please use your quick user guides, which has all this information that we've gone through with you. Again, if you need any help or assistance, you can either ring our general inquiries number here, or you can go online to the website to make a payment. Or you can, again, as I say, you can ring Carol, the tenant liaison officer that's currently based on site here at West Whitley Burn, and she'll be able to help you.